Today I'll talk about what is the statistics behind quality control methods, both for internal quality control and external quality assurance. First, for internal quality control, we need to calculate mean standard deviation and coefficient of variance of the laboratory. Mean is the arithmetic average. It is used in identification of bias in a proper setting. Standard deviation is the square root of average of square deviations. It is a measure of dispersion or a measure of imprecision in case of a clinical laboratory. Coefficient of variance, it is the relative measure of dispersion. Its unit is independent from unit of mean. Then we need to calculate total error. Total error is equal to systematic error plus random error, where systematic error is the absolute bias and random error is 1.65 multiplied by standard deviation. Multiplication factor 1.65 covers 90% of the data. Absolute bias is given by the difference between lab mean and target value. In contrast to percentage bias, absolute bias have a direction. What is within control situation? Within control situation is when total error, which is given by bias plus 3 standard deviation, is less than total allowable error. This is the diagram illustrating the total error. So total error is the bias plus 1.65 or 2 or 3 times the standard deviation. What is total allowable error? Total allowable error is the amount of error which can be medically tolerated. It can be estimated in various ways. By Tong rule, total allowable error is equal to 25% of biological reference range, or it can be calculated from laboratory standard deviation or laboratory coefficient of variance, or from the standard deviation and coefficient of variance obtained from proficiency testing, or it can be taken from published literature. I have given a link for the total allowable error tabulation. What is critical systematic error? Critical systematic error is equal to the total allowable error minus absolute bias divided by standard deviation minus 1.65. What is sigma matrix? Sigma metric is the critical systematic error, that is SEC, plus 1.65. How do we interpret sigma metric of a laboratory? If it is less than 2, it is unacceptable. If it is 2 to 3, it is marginal performance. If it is 3 to 4, it is fair performance. If it is 4 to 6, it is good performance. If it is more than 6, it is 6 sigma performance. What is the utility of sigma metric? We calculate the sigma metric of the laboratory. Then we use this chart to identify the number of rules which are required for internal quality control. This I have taken from this publication. What is biological variation? Biological variation is include these two values. The first is the intra-individual variability. The other is between individual variability. So by using these two variations, we calculate the biological variation. And we have also the published values of biological variation. What is the measurement of uncertainty for a laboratory? We can estimate measurement of uncertainty using standard deviation of analyte or standard deviation analytical, either by the plus minus 1 SD limit, which is the standard measurement of uncertainty, or it can be the expanded measure of uncertainty, which is plus minus 2 standard deviations. What is the goal of analytical variation? The goal of analytical variation is that the measurement of uncertainty in terms of standard deviation square analytical should be equal to the standard deviation square or biological variation divided by 4. This should be our goal. Now the statistics behind average of normals. Average of normal is have been described by two approaches. One is by Hoffman and Wade. The average of normal detects only systematic error. The laboratory define which number of normal results, that is n, I'll talk about n little later, will use in A1 method every day. The control limit is given by the standard error, which is standard deviation divided by square root of n. The effectiveness of AON method depends on the number of normal results which will be used daily, and the number of normal results is related to the variance of the method CV analytical and the biological variance of the analyte CVB. And this is given by this chart. This I have reproduced it from one of the publication. The other approach of Aeon is known as Bull's algorithm. In Bull's algorithm, a moving average XB is calculated, and XB is defined as this, where D have a complicated formula, so I have not reproduced it here. And the constant R defines the percentage of the proportion of previous Bull's moving average to the calculation of current value. And the control limits of Bull's chart are the moving average plus minus 3%. Cumulative sum chart or Q-sum chart. The objective of Q-sum chart is to detect deviation from target value. This is the formula of Q-sum high and Q-sum low, where Zi is Z score and the reference value or allowable slack, that is K, is usually half, and the action limits, that is plus minus H, are usually plus minus 4 or plus minus 5. How to do calibration check? We can do a difference plot and a linear regression plot for calibration check in our laboratory. So what should be the quality control plan? Information needed for QC plan is laboratory mean, laboratory standard deviation or laboratory coefficient of variance, target mean, and total allowable error. First, we calculate the SEC or sigma matrix. Then we use the chart, that is sigma SQC selection chart, to achieve objectives. And these are the objectives. You achieve any of these objectives. First objective is more than or equal to 90% detection of medically important errors and less than 5% false rejection of run. This is the objective. The other objective is the total error, which is given by this, must be less than the total allowable error. And the third form is that sigma metric of a lab should be less than 3. So this should be the quality control plan of a laboratory. Now I go to external quality assurance scheme statistics. In EQUAS, we calculate robust mean and robust standard deviation. Robust mean is nothing but median, and robust standard deviation is 0.74 multiplied by difference between 75th percentile and 25th percentile. Robust CV is standard deviation divided by M multiplied by 100. What is residual? Residual is the reported value of a laboratory minus group mean. What is standard deviation index? It is corresponding to Z score. Standard deviation index is reported value minus group mean divided by group standard deviation. How do we interpret standard deviation index? This is the interpretation. Multivariate analysis. For multivariate data, for example, data of electrophoresis, where there are, for example, 5 fractions which sum up to 100%, the robust mean become a mean vector and standard deviation become a covariance matrix S or a correlation matrix R. Reported value becomes a vector of reported values X. Deviation becomes a quadratic form, or deviation is given by this matrix equation. What is BIS scoring? BIS scoring is reported value minus expected value divided by expected value. and the entire thing is divided by CCV. CCV is the chosen coefficient of variance or desired coefficient of variance or best inter-laboratory coefficient of variance achieved in ICVAS over last few years. BIS range from minus 400 to 400. What is standard deviation of BIS? It is the standard deviation of 10 most recent BIS. It ranges from 0 to 422. What is mean of BIS? It is the mean of 10 most recent BIS. It ranges from minus 400 to 400. What is VIS scoring? VIS scoring is very similar to BIS scoring. In fact, VIS scoring is the absolute form of BIS scoring, and this is the interpretation of VIS scoring. It should be less than 100. Then there is something known as overall mean running VIS or OMR VIS. It is the running mean of 30 most recent VIS. It ranges from 0 to 400. What will be the measurement of uncertainty in case of ICVAS? It is different from measurement of uncertainty of a laboratory. That was part of IQC, and this is the part of ICVAS. It is the robust standard deviation of participating groups in ICVAS. The expanded form is given by this. This is from Biorad literature. What is CV ratio? CV ratio is the ratio of within laboratory coefficient of variance divided by peer group coefficient of variance. This is the interpretation of CV ratio. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.